Hey, it's Deborah Atkinson, host of Flipping 50 and the Flipping 50 TV show, and I know even as a fitness professional just how hard it is to fit in time to exercise. Or maybe it's time to exercise when you have the energy to exercise. Isn't that really the problem? So what I'm going to give you right here is a quick peek at a really short set. So we're all hearing about interval training, but you got to remember interval training for women in perimenopause or postmenopause is a little different because we're very susceptible to the negative effects of stress. So we've got to be careful about the ratio of work to rest. And this is an example of an anaerobic kind of an exercise set. It's going to take about 7 minutes, give or take. So I'm not watching a watch while I'm doing it and not watching a clock. I do have a cheat sheet to remind me of the exercises. We're going to do each one for about 30 seconds, take 10 to transition, and go on. So I'm going to start this. So when you come back the second time, if you do, you can start it at about a minute 15 in, and you'll skip this little intro. Here we go. You're going to start with full body exercise, but lower body and upper body both. This is just to get the blood flowing. So we're going to come back to little moves like this every once in a while. Okay? So I'm going to do a little punching here as well. So I'm going to jab, cross, and I'm going to do jab, cross, knee. Jab, cross, knee. Jab, cross, knee. Little airplane action going on. Other side, jab, cross, knee. 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 Now, I'm going to take you to a wall sit. So wherever you are, bad knees, good knees, you have somewhere you can go to. Feet are flat, weights on my heels, hips are back, shoulders are back, head is back, but there's a little space between the small of my back and the back of my wall. So hang right here. 30 to 40 seconds isn't too bad. If you try to go for a minute, it gets ugly. You're gonna hang right here. Next up is push-ups. If you can't do a push-up on the mat, you can put your hands up and elevate and do them right here, okay? So I'm gonna do some all the way back. I'm gonna start on my knees because I'm not quite warm, and press. And if you're doing about 30 seconds of each exercise, you're doing probably 15 repetitions of many of these exercises, and that's just about right. But you're also going to be a little bit more breathless, and that's just about right. Exhale as you push up, and again on the wall or the chair if your shoulders can't take this. So by now we've all had a lot of fun. You're going to turn around, and I'm going to do a little roll back exercise. If you happen to have prolapse, you know not to do this one. Otherwise, sit up, scoop your tailbone underneath, roll back, trying to find no speed bumps. You can roll to your side and then come up, and then you're going to come down and do it again, nice and slow. Roll to the other side to come up, and all we're doing is eliminating the sit-up part that puts stress on your lower back. So it's nice and easy here, to the side and up. Nice and easy, so not a ton of speed here, but we're still moving. And we're going to hit all those major muscle groups. And we get a little break before we come back to some bigger muscle exercises, which is coming up next, right after this one. So you need to find a stair, a step, or a chair so that you can do step-ups. So you can take it first rung on your stairs, or you could, like me, take it all the way up and do two. Know your knees and know your needs, and we'll lift. Hands can be on your hips, or they can be walking up with you. A lot of push, chin and chest are up. 30 to 40 seconds isn't a lot, right? This is another full body move. You're coming into squats. So you can give yourself a target and then back up. Just push your bum right in it. Weights on your heels. You want to get those hips back. Make sure you've got good range of motion in your hips. If you can't go that deep, then don't. You're right here. Eyes up, chest up, hands go out when the hips come back. Nice job. Next up is triceps. Be careful. Find a chair. I've got my arms stacked up, shoulders over my hands, elbows straight back. And this is a tricep dip. Got to be a little careful with it. You're going to make sure that you're not putting stress on your shoulders, your elbows, or your wrists. So know your body, know what you need to do, and know what you need to avoid doing. It's part of the secret. 2 more. 1 more. Backing in. Come back up. Plank. So again, if your shoulders can't quite take that, you're right here elevating your plank. Otherwise, I'm going to be right here on the mat. And you could be on your forearms to take a break through the wrist, less stress there, or you can be all the way up in that top of a push-up pose. Totally up to you. You still breathe in, counting a little bit, wiggle a little bit, push back into your toes. Make sure that there's a little motion happening all the time. That'll keep some of the strain out of the way. Next thing you're gonna do, we'll come back to standing. We do what's called a knee chamber, where we actually take the knees up, do a little quick transition, heads up, back's tall when you come up, and then you're here. Now, this isn't just a knee lift, right? It's like a kickbox move. So put some power behind that, as if you were gonna kick, but you can get more force going when you don't, and you take the knee. So you got it here. You can put your hands up if you want to. A little more work for the core when you do that. And hold on. Next up, rear lunge. So this is more of a full body movement, right? Not that rear lunges aren't, but this is gonna get your heart rate up. And then we're gonna come back into a little rear lunge. Those are my loves if I'm gonna do a lunge, because they take the pressure off of your knee. The danger is nowhere to be seen, really, because your knee is behind your heel, starts there, stays there. So the problem might be if you have a little arthritis in that big toe or that big joint at your big toe. If you can't come back in a lunge, don't worry about that, okay? We'll find a solution in the next set that I'm going to share with you. Eyes are up, chest is up. So a little stress, quadriceps and glutes right back here. Good. Now, I'm going to come back to my plank and row. Here's what you'll do if you're in the chair. I'm going to plank and rotate. Plank and rotate. From down here, it's very similar, and it's a lift and down, and rotate, and down, and up, and down. Now, if you're feeling really strong, you can do a push-up in there. But if you're not, don't do one with poor form just to do one, okay? So stay here if you need to. We're getting a lot of shoulder opening and a little shoulder work and stability. Lastly, side plank. So you're gonna come to your side on your heels or your knees if you need to. Arm up. 30 seconds on either side with this last one, okay? Hang here with me. Good. Hold on. So I'm outside because it's beautiful, but I'm also daring all the elements, like my allergies and that wasp, to come and get me. On your side. Arm up. Make sure those hips stay lifted. You're nice and tall. You look great. Hang in there. Push away. You are strong. Don't sink into the shoulder over here. Lift up, 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 up. Nice work. and then relax. Nice. Now, you could be done, and it was a great energizer and a great break, or you could come right back into those front kicks or the knee chambers and repeat the cycle. And I'll see you on the next set. And if you love that, click down below. The first link that you see in the description will show you some other exercises.